Unlike War, which we all know never changes, Warzone has in its brand new Warzone 2.0. We've got a new map, a new mode, new weapons and new operators incoming as Call of Duty's free-to-play Battle Royale sibling gets ready to launch on November 16th. So here's a quick rundown of what to expect. First things first, let's get to grips with the new place you'll be calling home, Mazrah. If it wasn't populated exclusively by people who want you dead, it would probably be really nice and quite cozy. Located in the United Republic of Adal, this sweltering city will already be a bit familiar to anyone who has spent time with Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer modes. Sections of it can be found in the Albagra Fortress, Zarqwa Hydroelectric, Tarak, Embassy, Sarif Bay, and Said maps. With its metropolitan centre and rural outskirts, Mazrah provides players with a diverse range of terrain to fight their way across and includes 18 distinctive points of interest. The tightly packed village of Tarak is perfect for intense duels, while the sprawling Rohan oil refinery is filled with hiding spots and elevated areas to take advantage of. The flooded marshlands could be the perfect place to try out the game's brand new aquatic combat, more on that later, while the Satik caves are there for when you just want to run away and hide until it's all over. You'll also find that gear has been spread across Mazrah in a much more logical manner than in previous maps, with stims stored in medical cabinets and weapons found in armories. As well as appealing to the anal retentive part of us all, this allows you to move through the map in a much more methodical manner, plotting your route based on what you're trying to pick up along the way. Get to know the ins and outs of Mazrah and you'll soon be ready to dominate a whole new Warzone. Mazrah is pretty big though, and your feet will get pretty tired if you try to hoof it all the way across it. Fortunately, Warzone 2.0 comes with some pretty tasty transport options. On top of the trucks and tanks you found in the last game, you'll be able to whiz across the map in the all-electric super truck called the GMC Hummer EV. Or you can take to the skies in the heavy chopper, a true aerial powerhouse which has the additional advantage of being able to hover in the air with or without a pilot. And if that's not enough, you can make like a Navi and learn the way of the water, either by hopping in a boat or going for a swim. Learning to navigate Mazrah's many waterways is a great way to get the drop on your foes. Just remember that you'll only have access to sidearms, melee weapons, and throwing knives while you're swimming. The other key thing to know about the vehicles in Warzone 2.0 is, regardless of whether they're gas guzzlers or EVs, they'll all now have the potential to run out of juice. You can refuel at gas stations or with gas cans found around the map, through heading to a station, which also gives you the chance to do repairs. Lastly, if you get a flat tire, then fear not, players can fix them anywhere on the map just by interacting with them, which I'm told has the added bonus of making your dad proud. All of the standard Warzone modes, Battle Royale solos, duos, trios and quads will be making a return for Warzone 2.0, but there's also a brand new one joining the fray called DMZ. In this open world experience, you can play either as a solo operator or as part of a squad, and you're basically given free reign to do as you please. There are a variety of missions to take on, valuable items to search for, and a range of both AI and player controlled combatants to keep an eye out for as you decide what to prioritize. But the DMZ isn't the only place you'll have to deal with AI-controlled enemies this time around. If you take a look at your attack map, you'll see certain locations marked as either strongholds or black sites. Hit up a stronghold and you'll need to fend off waves of AI enemies while trying to find and disarm a bomb before its timer ticks down, and it does that thing that bombs tend to do. Become the first squad to clear out a stronghold and you'll receive a black site key, allowing you to take on the other kind of enemy layer. Black sites present an even tougher challenge, but they also offer a permanent weapon blueprint along with other valuable items for anyone who is able to successfully clear them. Just like in the original Warzone, the Gulag is where you'll find yourself if you should perish out on the battlefield, and once again you'll be given the chance to earn a second chance by winning a duel against another downed player. However, this time around, you'll be paired up with another player at random for a 2v2 showdown, which is sure to make things interesting. In the first Warzone, hitting the end of the Gulag's time limit without a winner would see it tossing out a flag for you all to fight over, but not anymore. In Warzone 2.0, over time we'll see an AI-controlled Gulag jailer entering the match. take them down, and everyone gets to rejoin the match. There's another shiny new Warzone 2.0 mechanic which you'll want to watch out for: interrogations. When fighting as part of a squad, there's no deadlier weapon than information. Okay, well, maybe like a rocket launcher or something, but my point is that knowing where your teammates and enemies are located at any given time is incredibly valuable. In Warzone 2.0, you'll be able to put the screws on any enemy you've downed and force them to give up the location for their squad. Thanks to the addition of proximity chat, any player within earshot will be able to overhear the chatter coming from you and your squad. This adds a whole new tactical dimension to squad modes because while communication is key when it comes to coordinating your attacks out on the field, you don't want to give your position away by blabbering too freely. In Warzone, you're given an ever-shrinking portion of the map to fight inside, and we're all pretty used to that by now. It's Battle Royale 101, no sweat, easy peasy. But what if the circle to safety was to break off into 2 separate circles? Or even 3? Well, now things are starting to get a bit more panicky, aren't they? Naturally, any match where multiple circles appear will finish up with a single safe area for the remaining players to have their final showdown in. You never know when or if this mechanic will come into play, and it's another clever little tweak that will reward players who know how to adjust their tactics on the fly. As great as all these new additions sound, change can still be awfully scary, and sometimes you still just want to enjoy something familiar. Well, have no fear, because the original Warzone will be relaunched shortly after 2.0 releases, but under the new name Caldera. Might have a snazzy new title, but you'll find that all your progression and all of the content you've bought and unlocked for the original Warzone is right there where you left it, just waiting for you to pick it up and have another go. So whether you're excited about all the new possibilities of Warzone 2.0 or too stuck in your ways to even consider moving on, everyone gets to have the Call of Duty Battle Royale experience they want. Whether you want to emerge from the water like a heavily armed Aquaman or experience the psychological torture of the all-new Gulag, Warzone 2.0 has a ton of things to get hyped about. So what are you most looking forward to checking out? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell. Bye!